Hi everyone, we'll play ACBL speedball with Eli again. Although last time we were recording was actually not a speedball, it was a fast tournament, like a slow tournament. I'm sorry, this is the fast one. And we're playing Polish club. I kind of convinced him, or he convinced me to show him how to play it. And now this is where we are. So he opened one diamond, which is quite normal, except he can't have more than 18. And I'm a huge blotch here on the right. Wait, the whole layout is weird. I think it's because maybe I changed something with the screen. I don't know exactly what. This is just 5 cards and it's forcing one round. Although here it's 2 hearts. It's a bit extreme. I'm not sure I'm gonna bid 2 no trump. He shouldn't have too many points. Like I said, he can't. 18 is the maximum he has. I don't know if but he wouldn't bid 2 hearts on a fit. On the other hand, apparently he did. So I'm not sure. Let's see where this takes us. I am limited and he's also limited, so it's a little optimistic, looking for slam, but maybe it makes sense. So north bid 1 heart, which means that south could rough before dummy. This is speedball, so I need to kind of pay attention to the time as well. Okay, so I'll just place back a spade, which helps me, weirdly. So unless diamonds are 5-1, I can take the rest. Or even some kind of stiff jack or stiff 10 if I can trust it, but I can't. Let's say north playing the jack, then I could in principle finesse against the 10 from south. Okay, and this looks like a roughing finesse, but in fact I'm just roughing the last diamond out. So we did kind of miss slam here. And yeah, sometimes I prefer playing them out in a speedball because people are playing fast, and following suit is easier than evaluating a claim sometimes. So 12 tricks look good, guys. This is IMPs. I forgot to look at this. Yes. I would have bid 2 hearts with that. It's a little aggro, but you can probably afford it. Not so many people took 12 tricks, but unfortunately, as I said, it's not pairs, so this won't actually help us that much. 2 diamonds. Double, I will just bid 2 hearts if it comes back to me. If north does something funny, I will just pass. South could have done something there. I mean, 2 hearts in particular. I suppose south passed because north didn't. Because north was a passed hand, but still I feel like it's a bit too much to pass on it. Okay, so we have everything except hearts. Well, I guess also diamonds are an issue, but... So south opened 2 diamonds. It could be a stiff, but if it's a stiff, then what exactly was I gonna do? If I take the ace, then they're gonna come get in and do some stuff anyway. And the ace of clubs will be useful to get rid of a diamond. I won't manage to ruff all the diamonds in dummy. We're not vulnerable, and it doesn't look like we're making, actually, so it doesn't matter too much what I do. So in principle, this is the last diamond that I can ruff here. Oh, that's the ace. That's interesting. So I actually have a roughing finesse now against south. Cool. So south. Well, let's try the 8. I'm actually not sure what I'm doing here, but it's a speedball, and I wanna have some fun. Yeah, it was catering to something like this. That I'll be able to get back to dummy and lead the low heart from. Yeah, but now they just get their trick anyway. North gets 2 hearts, right? The king and the jack of hearts. Yeah, maybe this was a little silly. I guess double dummy, somehow you make this. Somehow I could have made it, but yeah, I mean, case in point, you see, it's just kind of a waste of time. Wow, look at that. So let's see if it comes to me, because then it's this would be a cool Polish club auction. Starting very low. If North now opens some kind of garbage preempt, I have to bid 3-0 trump probably or something. Well, I can probably manage a double first and see if Eli does something smart. He will bid two spades, and then I have to bid. Well, let's see. I'm not usually looking for slam over preempts, so maybe I shouldn't. King of diamonds. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't have the king of diamonds. Yeah, let's stick to 4 hearts. I think it's safer than 3-0 trump. I can't see the 9 tricks, but in 4 hearts you probably get enough tricks somehow. He probably has 5 hearts there, and then somehow he'll manage to do something with clubs. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I don't have to play it, but it looks like somehow you're gonna make it. 2 diamonds. Yeah, I mean, counting tricks. Yeah, that's what Eli's last lesson was about. No, the lesson before the last. And that was, yeah, you can count tricks here. Probably 5 hearts and 3 aces. That's 8. And then just do something with the spades and stuff. Let's see if Gib thinks I could have made it. Probably, yeah, somehow. Yeah, exactly. Somehow you make it. Here it was over, yeah. So somehow I need to take that ace of clubs, but it just seemed like such an involved, such a complicated line to take the ace of clubs and then try to draw trumps. I mean, maybe I could have figured it out, but yeah, it is a speedball, so yeah. In the meantime, we have one more trick, which would be a spade. South won't have 7 spades, that would be a little extreme. Yeah, I should also add that I would definitely bid 3 clubs from North with those. But I mean, I did fully expect South's club 4 to be a stiff. It's just that I didn't see how it helps. Yeah, I would just bid. Oh wait, they were red. Yeah, that's true. They were red. Yeah, 3 clubs. 3 clubs probably is still okay in case you want South to lead something. On the other hand, also diamond. Yeah. It's funny. Okay, let's see where this takes us. Are we going down 1 somehow? It's a little sad. I had 23. I'm not complaining about my partner, I'm just saying that it doesn't feel so nice. Yeah, club finesse, I guess, right? Somehow. Oh yeah, if South... Yeah, that's... Oh, he's very smart. I mean, of course he's smart, but... if South has the king of clubs, then South will be out of diamonds, right? So South can't play a diamond. But then why take the ace of spades first? Or was the entry to the clubs? Is it some kind of a squeeze against somebody? I'm a little confused. Or he figured out that North has it, so it doesn't matter. C'est la vie. Sometimes 23 is not enough. You will also notice that, of course, ace, king, queen of trumps is a bad thing in general. Like, I'd rather have the king somewhere else. So the king of hearts in my partner's hand, and then somehow my hand would be rearranged. Okay, the opponents are still analyzing the claim somehow, even though it's all high cards and trumps. I think you can make if you play a very early queen of clubs or so, and then South will be the one who gets in with the club guard. It's called transferring the guard, I think, or something in bridge. It's mostly used for squeezes. If you want one defender rather than the other to remain with some holding. I again have a strong hand. It's 20. We don't play anything, so literally every hand that's stronger than 18, or at least 18, opens 1 club. 3 clubs. I don't know his preamp style. Is this crazy? Yeah, it's probably crazy. Let's just stick to 5. I don't like 3-0 trump that much. I think usually the 3-0 trump makes often, you know, like 5 clubs. 5 clubs almost always has a good chance. 3-0 trump, I'm not sure. It depends on various things. I don't know. And I'd rather be a dummy. Okay, let's see how this goes. How was 6? 6 is on a heart hook at least. Yeah, I mean, let's see. So yeah, 5 should be pretty safe. Even if the heart hook is off, then you will be able to get rid of the diamond on it. Of course, now they solved the clubs for us with this lead. Bidding 5 clubs rather than 3-0 trump in teams is so the idea is you wanna, like, even if clubs don't run, then usually you will have somehow some play for 5 clubs. And in 3-0 trump, sometimes if clubs don't run, then the whole hand is just over, basically. Like, you'll just have, okay, I'll have this 20 count or whatever is left of it, and the rest of the hand will be just completely dead, like no chance at all. Okay, he played the heart finesse earlier, of course. There was no point to trying to take some diamond tricks, you know, to rough something in dummy. This is just straightforward. In fact, you may even have some kind of a weird squeeze in diamonds and spades, but in teams and in a speedball, maybe you won't even try. Or, I mean, you can try it in the sense of just taking all your tricks and see if someone's got squeezed. That doesn't cost anything. Yeah, I think minor suits generally get a bad rap. In fact, even like some people have the agreement, like, oh, if we're playing pairs, then don't. Yeah, they could have bid 6, but in 6 probably south doesn't or north doesn't lead a club, so it's not that simple. One spade. Yeah, what was I saying? I'm not sure what I was. Oh yeah, that some people have like 2 different systems depending on if they're in like if they're playing match points or teams. Like in teams they would play that 4-0 trump is a slam try in a minor, and the others would. What is this? Well, I mean, I have a stiff club. I can't double, right? That's a little sick. So Eli has short spades but didn't double. That's interesting. Does he have some issues in hearts or so? Maybe. Let's see if he will read my lead, or maybe he doesn't want to give me a rough. Then the clubs in dummy will be established. Yeah, really, the heart lead seems like a pretty obvious one. Is the jack? It's probably not a doubleton. Well, it could be a doubleton. But he probably has 2 or 3 hearts, right? I mean, there's no. If he has two spades and 4 hearts, he would have just doubled. So I'm just gonna assume he has 3. Yeah. It's one of those inferences. It's not sure, but like it's pretty sure. Like it was just kind of pretty striking that he didn't double. He had what, 6 clubs? 6 clubs and 2 spades? Huh. Yeah, whatever. I don't think rough and discard can help us too much, because I can see so rough and discard could help us if we need to establish something in my hand, some kind of. Oh, look at that! That's pretty nice. Okay. Okay, so we still get one more now. Ace queen he had. Okay. Ah, ace queen doubleton. That's the point. That he had too many points in spades. Yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing about playing with a good partner, or well, in this case, he is a good partner. Okay, I think he kind of fell asleep there, honestly, because I don't think pass is a good call. But anyway, there's a point behind it, right? So the point behind kind of the idea behind not bidding 3 clubs is that you have ace queen of spades, so you can always try to figure out what's the reason why my partner didn't do it. Well, I have nothing to say here. I passed here in a way very disciplinedly. I'm not sure if that's a word. But then, given that he bid diamonds, then and I have none, then my call was pretty obvious. Yeah, now we set up a nice defensive cross-ruff here. Unfortunately, they will draw trumps. And North bid 4 spades with that, right? So this was a bit of a sick thing. North bid 4 spades, but it's actually South who has 7 spades. Okay. I don't know, if it's a stiff 10, it's a stiff 10. I don't really care too much. It doesn't look like we're beating it. At this point in the hand, one could even try to count out the hand. So South had it probably was a stiff, right? Stiff club with 7 spades, 3 hearts, and 2 diamonds. That seems to be the most likely distribution. Oh, now North can even, yeah, so now Kathy can rough out the ace of clubs, come back with the heart, and then get rid of her diamonds. Yeah, we could have taken the 2 aces, but yeah. No, yeah, I'm sorry, it could have been just made, right? So ace of diamonds, diamond ruff, and that's it. Ace of diamonds, diamond ruff, ace of clubs. That's just making, and we're playing imps, so in this case, wait, the camera is off, yeah. We're playing imps, so it doesn't really matter. Sorry about 3. Yeah. Yeah, 4 minutes. Should I pause this? Maybe. Let's just check the others. This should be good because yeah, some people go down here and there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a typical case. Like if you can't really trust your partner's preamps. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's just that if it's a wide-ranging preempt, it's sometimes you have an issue. But I think 5 clubs will make more often than 3-note trump, because here in this case, for example, you have some extra chances, even though maybe you got clubs wrong, right? So in 3-note trump, they drive out the spades, let's say, and then yeah. And then the hand. I mean, it's not over, but it's but it is over. Like you have no more chances basically. In 5 clubs, you can play it a little more relaxed in a way. Like even if you get trumps wrong, you have extra chances. But I think I'm just repeating myself right now. So it will be the analysis. Yeah, here I think 3 clubs is still better than pass, but it doesn't matter. But it was interesting to try to figure out how come he didn't do anything, because he clearly had values with only 2 spades. So for example, I knew for sure that he has only 3 hearts, because with 4 he would have doubled. And then I should have even realized that he has spade values. Having said all that, I would definitely bet 3 clubs. I mean, it can easily make, and I think, I mean, 2 spades could easily make, and then sometimes it's even a double game swing, I think. But yeah, I mean, in this case, he was right. That's all I can say. 2 spades, and this hand is amazing. Like, I can see the dilemma. Yeah, I mean, you can't. Okay, from his point of view, from Zygmunt's point of view, you can't double because you don't have 4 hearts. You can't bid 3-note trump because you only have queen jack doubleton, and 4 clubs would lose 3-note trump. But on the other hand, yeah, I don't know. Taking the diamond and playing on clubs. Let's see. 2 more rounds. We were a little faster than average. Okay. Board 4 was good. 5 bad. 6. Sorry. 5 good. 6 kind of bad, but like, I think it's just a question of over tricks, right? Some people went down in slam and stuff. What would I do with North? I would probably double and hope that. Okay, I mean, every now and then South can even pass this double, and that would be amazing. Kind of like a match point pass. We're not playing match points, but it just has this kind of pejorative nuance to it that this is a double that's only good in match points, but in fact you should double part scores also in IMPs. A little more carefully, of course. There's a reason why people say you shouldn't do it, so I'm not saying that it's complete nonsense, but the dangers in general are a bit overstated, I would say. But anyways, I would probably double from North and then see where that takes me. It is an annoying 3 diamond call. Overall, I have to admit that I would probably not bid 3 diamonds. Red on white. Although, yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, I would if if it's really if we're really playing it as weak, then yeah, you should just do it. Close your eyes. You have an 8-card suit, you have to try something. And, yeah. I love it when people try to ask for carding, even though technically your opponents have to say natural. Like discards mean this is a card I don't need, so I'm gonna discard it. That's a natural. I was playing with this dude and he said, oh, let's play. I don't know, how do you pronounce that in English? Sayc? Sayc? S-A-Y-C? Well, I mean, it's either Sayc or Psych. I always say Psych in my languages, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so he said Psych standard. And I said, you mean standard carding? And he said, no. It's Psych standard, the system. So he didn't realize that the S stands for standard, and I didn't realize in the meantime that the 8 of hearts was high. So we kind of seemingly missed game, but we didn't. They had a diamond draft just to begin with, and then they could have seen what else to do. I have an 18 count, so it's again, it would be a Polish one club opener. No Polish openers yet. Sad. 2 hearts. Yeah, we don't even know. I don't even know if he has. Oh wow, this is a penalty double. Oh, then I'm happy. It's IMPs, I know, but yeah, there's no way they're making. The 9. Does he want a spade? I guess so. The idea being that declarer has a stiff. So now I need to switch to something. So I think he's asking for a spade. If not, then yeah, whatever. I can ask for a club return. If he can read it, I don't know. The 7 was maybe hard to read, but I didn't have a lower one. I can be like Phil Hellmuth and blame the dealer or something, but five, 6, 7. It should be. Is it 500? Oh, look at that. I mean, he had to have something, of course, but so it's 5-5 hearts and clubs. So we actually missed some kind of a club contract. Sad but true, but what else can you do? North has. Doesn't matter what North has. This is the last spade. Draw trump, and I don't know, it doesn't matter actually. I can try just this hard just for fun. Wow, 800 now. Yeah, 5-5 to 1, right? 1 spade. I mean, once I saw that he has 5 clubs, it was pretty obvious that he has 5 hearts, because with 6-5 you usually don't open 2, you would open more. And this is again one of these things where I need to trust my partner, and in this case, okay, it's all awkward on camera and everything, but yeah, I definitely Yeah, I trust Eli, or even if maybe sometimes we have a different opinion, at least there's always some point to what he's doing, which is more than what my partners can say about me sometimes, I guess. But let's see. It's a 12 count. It's a decent 12 count, but let's see. If he raises me with 2 clubs, okay, 1 on trump, I have to bid 2 hearts. He can have a bunch of hands with 4 hearts. So let's see. And suddenly I describe my hand pretty well. Always a nice feeling. This must be an awesome result for us. Yeah, 3 no trump, sadly, yeah. 2 no trump. Well, I do have an opening. And we are read at IMPs. Famous last words. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those situations where you kind of feel like you have a maximum even though you barely have an opening. And it's one of those situations. Okay, South was even thinking of doubling. It's maybe not gonna end well, but yeah, let's see. Every now and then we can make, and the whole point of playing, yeah, I would have just, well, also passing 2 hearts is maybe not a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. But we're not down yet. Yeah, we have 22 points together. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So you kind of feel like you have a maximum just because you have an opening. Because basically, and by you I mean me, because I like to overcall quite light and even vulnerable against not. So suddenly I felt like I have some extras, which is not quite how it works. So this is something that I wanted to make a video about, but maybe first I have to figure out the principles myself. But the idea being that invitation should be just invitation. So let's say if you had like just some classical range of like 10 to 12 is an invitation, right? That's a limit raise of a major, right? Now, if my partner can overcall with 8, let's say, I shouldn't just say, oh, well, he has 8, so he can have 8, so I will have to invite him with like 16 or 17. And with 8 he will reject it. That's a little that's a little too much inviting for my taste, let's say. In the meantime, we're making, right? We're close to making. I'm not sure. We have a bunch of tricks suddenly, so that's while I was here complaining about what a bad contract this is, we actually have a pretty good chance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 tricks? Is that true? Am I miscounting? I'm probably miscounting. But there's even the 10 of clubs appeared. Is there only like one club left? Yeah, all the clubs are high now. That's crazy. Okay, well. And this is why you have to overcall light, because even if you get into a very tight game, you sometimes just make. And vulnerable at imps, misdefense can really give you quite a boost. There's no way anyone else was even in game, right? Or well, we're quite fast, so it's a bit hard to say. But okay, I think I'm gonna pause the video and come back. Welcome back. Yeah, so we're doing quite well here. Plus 10 and plus 12. And then, in fact, we were very close to 0 before, right? So we kind of needed it. One spade, jeez. Okay, third in hand, but still. if they can somehow double us in 4 spades and it goes down, then they're making 4 hearts, right? So even if Eli has a 4 card suit or like a 7 count or anything, I really have to just bid 4 hearts and see what's going on. If Eli passes or doubles, then I'll be happy to just accept his decision. He knows more about my hand than I know about his. And I don't particularly like a spade lead, but it sounds like they have a lot of hearts, and it's kind of a safe bet. Just lead a spade and let him figure out what to do. There's even a technique that says, yeah, I can just play the king, lead the king from king jack, because it's kind of like leading an ace. It will never really cost us a trick. We have so many spades together. And then sometimes I need to lead through dummy, right? So then my partner can decide whether or not to overtake the king or not. But yeah, it's a very fancy thing. I think it came up like 3 times in my life. So let's see. So far, not too much going on. He could try to show me suit preference there. I don't know if that's what he's doing. Well, he's taking the ace of trumps. That's always a good idea. Yeah, these holdings are a little weird, right? So he doesn't really want to. From most holdings, he doesn't really want to lead a club, but maybe I should show it anyway. It's the only thing I have. So Eli had 5 spades and 3 hearts. I presume he has 5, because with 6 he would often just bid over it. Okay. Ace, queen. He's playing a club. Should I try to play a diamond? Maybe. I'm not. The defense is hard, but it's just an intuitive thing to do. I'm not sure. What exactly this is? Maybe this was wrong. If he has just a king, let's say. So I didn't trust myself enough to play a spade, but maybe that was a good compromise, just playing a spade. So actually Eli knows my spade count. I don't know his spade count so well. We are down 2, so that's already nice at IMPs. That means that we can't really lose anything. Yeah, everybody was just very flat in this hand. Eli had... he did. No, he didn't have 6. Okay, I'm miscounting everything. Yeah, 5, 3, 3, 2 he had. And 4 spades doesn't really make, does it? It does make. Some people even went down 4. It's nice. The main point was that low to the king, right? Okay, 1 more trump. It's IMPs. I'm gonna bid 3. I have puppet. Okay, if that's the case, then it will be, I can just take out double and just let it be. It's a little funny to adjust your bidding that much, but in this case I think it's okay. I'm just gonna park in 2 spades. If it had been passed to me, I would have bid 3-no trump. It's a little weird, I agree, but it didn't look like we were making 3-no trump, so then I just looked for some kind of a bailout. Yeah, of course, the one way it could gain is that you, if he had 4 hearts or so, like ace queen jack, ace king jack low, and then we can defend 2 hearts double. It's a little too much to ask, I know, but that's what I'm here for. I wonder, yeah, somehow just scraping together random tricks, but it will be hard to get to 8. I don't know. Yeah, defending would have been awesome, but of course in this case I was the one who made the takeout double, and it would most of the time have 4 spades. It's just that in this case I didn't know what to do. Okay. That was overruffed. There, it will be North's turn to rough some diamonds, I guess. I can just play a club on it, right? Yeah. Yeah, of course, in this case, it looks a little stupid, my double, but I think it's probably better than doing something weird like 3 diamonds all of a sudden. It's not like 3-no trump is a great contract. And this was a rough and discard, so. And it's always nice if defenders in a against a 4-3 fit defender start to play a lot of trumps. Okay, now I think he will play, well, maybe even ace of spades and another or so. I mean, he has some kind of count there, but it's hard to know exactly. Or just ace king of clubs and try to rough a club. The defense haven't discarded any club yet, so there is a chance that he can just rough this. Yeah, the ace is kind of flashy. Maybe it's correct, but it is flashy. So if you try to rough with the 10, then you're home. But if it doesn't work, you still have some chances if spades are breaking somehow. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention, but I think one of those 2 will be high now, right? And plus 110 will feel like plus 300 here, so. So I'm bidding 3-no trump not because I'm really sure that it will make or anything. It's more about just a balance of probabilities, and it's kind of like the best thing I can think of. 1 club, and now finally we have a Polish club auction, and I have an 8 to 10 balanced. I'm not particularly happy to bid 1-no trump with it because I have yeah, those major suits are not so great, but yeah, what can you do? 8 to 11 I wrote in the notes, but So now that he passed, I know that he has the weak version. So 12 to 14 balanced is what he has, and otherwise he could have had 12 to 14 balanced, 15 plus with clubs, or 18 plus any. Let's see. So I definitely have major suit weaknesses, or major suit weaknesses. But yeah, what can you do? It's just bridge. You have to do something. Okay, let's try to treat it as a speedball problem. He has 13, and the 7 holds the trick. Well, I mean, if the 7 held the trick, I think the correct way of playing on is a lob to a club lob, I think they call it. And we have 2 minutes only, so we have to. Oh shit! Let's just play it on. Okay. And I can do a spade lob as well, or a spade finesse. If he tanks, I will play the queen. Five. Okay, I do have 7 already. 8 actually. Okay, 2 minutes is not too bad. I think they added some time, I guess. There's no way diamonds were 3-3. Seven, right? Okay, so I can try some kind of a weird. Well, it's not true, right? It's not an unplay. And I wasn't counting the points, but somehow subconsciously I would guess that North has the ace. Let's just get it over with. The opponents are processing my concession, but and yeah, well, somehow they forgot to overcall. I mean, it's not a great hand, of course, by any means, but I think it's worth something. You can't just pass that hand. Where are we? 6th. And Eagles. Eagles is a buddy of mine from the forums. 6 is not too bad. Yeah, the only bad one was this. I mean, bad in the sense that we could have done much better than we did. And I remember I had a discussion once with a friend of mine after an IMP tournament where he said, well, in the whole session we only made 2 mistakes, and we finished at -10. And I was kind of like laughing at him because obviously most players make like 2 or 3 mistakes per board. It's just something that's some conclusion that you jump to too quickly or something, even though like technically maybe it was the right double dummy play, but you did it for the wrong reasons. So that I would also call a mistake. But anyway, so he said, yeah, well, only 2 mistakes. So with the same kind of self-confidence, I could also say here that we only made 1 mistake, in the sense that in 3 you can somehow make 4 hearts, and if you make 4 hearts, then this is the way you improve on this session. Everything else, I mean, okay, things like in 4 I could have jumped to 6. I actually was thinking of jumping to the 6 because it felt like we needed some swings, but in the end I didn't. But it could have technically been a better score, but it's very unrealistic. So I would say that's not true. Yeah, this we just beat it, so that's nice. I don't know. Anything here? No, right? I mean, if we somehow make 3 no trump, but I think, I don't know. I mean, what exactly are you gonna take? Which tricks? Yeah, clubs are 3-3, but those are just 3 tricks, and you have to give up one, so it's just hopeless. So I was just happy that we got some plus. And some people might think of passing from East, and then if your partner has 5 spades, then he will beat 2 spades. With 5 spades and then 1 on trump opener, you just have to balance. It's not an option. In fact, even, well, okay, 5 card minor maybe not, but a 6 card minor definitely you have to bid over it. Yeah, anything else? I'm not sure. This is kind of cool. I got a bit lost during a defense, but Eli had a kind of an important decision there with that he played the 10 of diamonds, not the king. It's kind of the standard play, but sometimes you don't have to play the 10. I think we could have beaten it one more time if we play for a club rough, right? But I can't get in. That's the issue. I can't get in. King, yes. Ah, yeah, of course. But he's not gonna play the queen if he sees the jack in dummy. I was gonna say, what if I have ace jack, but I can't have ace jack if dummy has the jack. That's the way bridge works. Yeah. Anyway, what else is going on? Second intersection by 0.6 sims. That's a little annoying, but that's the way it works. Yeah. Well, hey, I think we had some fun, and I hope you had some fun as well. See you around. I'll probably have some kind of lecture up at some point, but I haven't structured it yet. So I'm just gonna say goodbye and hope you had fun. See you around.